indicted.
I've instructed the DAs that I was going to talk to you about it one last time, but maybe they're going to have to go to grand jury. I mean,
How long do you want me to set it
She
out?
assaulted the police officer too. He woke up in a moving lane traffic. I don't know.
I wonder what the reasoning, I wonder what the reasoning is with the magistrate. I don't know.
What's that?
I wonder what the reasoning was for no PC. I don't know.
I think it's crazy that if you're passed out in the moving lane of traffic in the car and drive and the police officer makes contact with you, and then you beat up the police officer, that's found the probable cause. But that's just my.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll revisit it here in a second.
I think it would probably save everybody some time if the court did that.
Okay.
Judge, real quick on Mr. Rodriguez, so PC was on the affidavit.
Correct, THA.
Conditions?
No, just, I've got the affidavit.
Got it. This is page 23, Simon.
Are you Orlando Simon?
Sir.
Mr. Simon, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
On June 27, 2024, officers were dispatched to a family violence call at an apartment and made contact with the complaining witness, who is the defendant's girlfriend and mother of his children. The defendant had left on foot prior to police arrival. The complainant stated that there was an argument over gas money and he assaulted her by ripping her hair weave out of her head, grabbed her by the neck, and slammed her into the bathroom mirror and wall several times. Then he choked her and she was unable to breathe for 5 different times. He then let go and threw ground beef at her, striking her head and face. Then he slapped her several times, causing pain. Officers observed visible injuries. Officers in a marked patrol car observed him and activated sirens. The defendant jumped a metal fence into a nearby apartment complex. Officers set up a perimeter and encountered the defendant several times, pursuing him on foot, eventually losing sight of him. Air support located the defendant entering an alley, and the defendant was found hiding within an exterior patio closet of an apartment unit and was taken into custody.
Mr. Simon, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. What do you do for a living, sir?
Browse.
Great. You have a full-time job?
They pay off production, so every check is fluctuate.
Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication, not to have contact with the complaining witness, and no weapons. If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand? I don't want to have to do that, so just don't have any contact with this person, and don't use any dope, and don't have any weapons. That's all we're asking. I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'll get you to Tracy for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go, sir. So they charged a felony assault, right? Okay. So I'm sure, well, I'm sure that they put pretty good conditions on him. I don't know. You did?
No.
No, we have the evading.
Okay.
Yeah, they put him on an ankle monitor and stuff, so, okay.
All right, Judge, page 24, Soto, come on up.
You Juan Soto. Mr. Soto, you're charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On June 27, 2024, an officer observed the defendant's vehicle registration tag had expired in September 2022. Officers activated emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop, but then noticed the vehicle run a stop sign and begin traveling at a high speed to the officer's experience and belief exceeding 80 miles per hour. The vehicle then ran another stop sign on Imperial Valley Drive. While driving on Imperial Valley, the vehicle changed lanes to the opposite side of the road and began traveling the wrong way to enter a shopping.
Driving the wrong way on the street?
Far east side of the property and parked. Several vehicles were on the road, as well as vehicles and people in the shopping center parking lot while the defendant drove recklessly. When asked by the officer why he was driving recklessly, the defendant explained that he was scared because his registration had expired.
Mr. Soto, how old are you, sir? What do you do for a living?
I'm learning plumbing.
If I go drug test you now, what's going to show up? I'm sending you for a drug test right now. Do you have a Texas driver license? I'm now taking away your privilege to drive. You were not allowed to drive at all. You'll be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me not until I know that you appreciate the awesome power it is to drive. If you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. Do you understand? I don't care what your excuse is. You drive, you'll be doing a substantial amount of time in jail. You'll be stuck like Chuck. Tracy, do you mind sending him out, please? First, I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. I'm sending you for a test. You must come back. If you do not come back, I will issue a warrant. You will not get any more PR bonds. For now, I'm going to have you come up here and swear to us that you're not going to drive, and then we'll send you out, sir. Ray, good morning.
I have Kevin Cabrera back from Wednesday's court date. He tested positive for pot. He tested positive. I asked him when was the last time he smoked pot. He said about 30 days ago. So,
That's not right, then.
no, that's not good, Judge. But he did say he won't touch it again and he's scared to death and, you know, all that good stuff.
See. Thanks, Day. You too, man. See you Monday. Hey, Vic. Victoria. On Cabrera, did we send him for a drug test in May? Did we send him for a drug test in May?
Yes, Wednesday, sent the drug test.
No, but what about in May? Did we do it in May? Did I put him, basically, did I put him on notice not to smoke for 30 days?
I don't even say.
Drug and alcohol testing.
But did I admonish him like not to do it and we'll give him the 30-day deadline?
Defendant must not use, yes, possession or consume.
Oh, yeah, because you don't want to go back to that.
When?
May 8th.
Did I physically send him for a drug test that day or no?
Send him for a drug
Yeah.
test that day. I'm not sure if he sent it that day, but I told him not to. And he signed. So we can see
I'll tell you
if
that.
it's
You can tell you that.
Mr. Reyes, did I send him for a drug test in May? Do you know?
Did you do a drug test in May?
Come here, come up.
Yes, he did one in May, that was positive. Yeah,
And I told him not to smoke?
positive.
They had sent me and they didn't do me a drug test the first time I went, apparently because the system was down, and then they told me to make another.
Order in the court.
I told you not to smoke in May. And I said 30 days in your system. What would happen if you tested positive? Right. What did you just test positive for? Stephen, goes with you.
I need to know what she wants to do. Dude, why do you do it like this? It works. Look at what. Hurry up.
Um, let's regroup on Monday. We'll see if he's still in. Okay, and then I'll admonish him.
Okay, so I'm done with that if you want to sign.
Thanks, Judge.
George, and then let's talk on Monday.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him on for that day. I'm not,
Well, for a little bit, I'm gonna look, because it may have to be Tuesday. Let me look at my calendar.
okay, please. I don't want to keep him in for long. Okay, I just want to get the message loud and
No,
clear.
that's the way you get the message, because he's only 17.
No,
So because he's 17, he gets
then,
the message quick. This is not where I want to be. So, and they usually
you want
get
to do Tuesday? I'm fine with Tuesday.
tomorrow, where are we, Wednesday?
That would be,
It'll be next Wednesday when I'll be back here, Judge. I'll be in San Antonio for a few days.
and
So Wednesday's.
he's gonna pop up on Monday regardless, just because we're taking him in. And then if you want, we can put him on for the 10th. But remember, you can always zoom in too.
Oh, okay. All right.
I have the Zoom for you to be able, so that you can, wherever you are, you can always
Okay.
zoom in. So if you want
I'll
to zoom
zoom
in
in.
on Monday, we're happy to have you. And then we can
Perfect.
talk, and hopefully he's gotten the message by then,
Okay, I'll pop in,
you know?
Zoom on
And
Monday.
then I'll give him another 30 days. And then this time, if he tests positive again, you'll stay.
30 days sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to do Monday?
Yes, absolutely. I'll get,
Right.
the court files.
If he doesn't already bond out, but we'll see.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks, Judge. Monday it is. I'll see you on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bud.
Hello. She went for a drug test and she came back. She tells me she's negative. I don't know if she is.
Or Castillo.
Great. All right, come up, Ms. Castillo. Refresh my memory, if you don't mind, Ms.
Assault,
Garza.
misdemeanor assault case in the parking lot of high school.
After a car accident where the complaining witness hit the back of her car.
Got it. I didn't realize it was at a high school, because I normally order people not to go back to the location where the alleged assault
Still a
occurred.
student there, Judge.
I don't care.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
That's an old warrant.
the only thing I want is the person that you were in the alleged fight with. I don't want them to have the fear that you're going to come up and the same thing's going to happen. So I'm ordering you not to go back to this location. Is this a high school or what?
Yeah.
Are you still in this high
I
school?
graduated.
Oh, okay, great. So it's no harm, no foul then. So do not go back to this location. No weapons. Do not pick up any new cases. No drugs, no alcohol. That's it. Do you understand, man? You've been given a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with Carl. If Carl comes back to me and tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will not get any more PR bonds, man. You understand? So what do you do for a living?
I work with my grandma,
Doing what?
house cleaning.
Okay. Stay in touch with Carl. We'll make sure that you sign the bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go, man. Okay? All right. Good luck.
Hey, Judge.
Hey, your dude's got bond violations.
Yeah, I saw the email. I got your message too, but instead of the 10th, can we do the 11th?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, I'll put him on. Just let
Okay,
him know he's
perfect.
gotta be here, okay?
I'll let him know.
Okay, thanks, bud.
All right, thank you.
Ciao. John,
Yes, sir.
okay. Come up.
Is he breaking the law, Judge? I think he's right.
You tested positive for marijuana. And I'm telling you now, you will get tested in 30 days. Weed stays in your system for 30 days. Do not hang out with anyone that smokes. Don't go in a car with anyone that smokes, because if they hotbox, it's on you. Don't think that you can go to High Times and get something to mask it, because if it dilutes it, it's on you. You test positive after 30 days, it tells me you've continued to smoke. Guess what's going to happen? Right. I've already put another 17-year-old today in jail because of the same thing. Don't do it. You hold the keys to the jail cell. You understand?
Sir,
Okay? Now, you don't have a license, do you? Is that mom over there? Who's that?
Small.
Do you speak English, ma'am?
You got it, Judge.
Want me to text?
Please. Yeah, it's just, I don't want to get nervous and flip my words.
I understand.
We believe in you.
We do.
Hey, how's August 5th for John?
John, how's August 5th?
Right now, I have to see.
August 5th, August 5th, that's, okay. Victoria, did you hear that? August 5th is good. Thank you.
Okay, got it.
6:30 in the morning, John.
Yeah.
You got it.
Buenas tardes.
Thank you so much for coming today. Your son is charged with driving while intoxicated. He's facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. It's a very serious charge. He's only 17 and I wanted to know more about him. So I sent him for a drug test. He tested positive for marijuana. I told him that I was going to test him again in 30 days. If he tested positive again for marijuana in 30 days, that tells me that he's continued to use and I'm going to put him in jail. He does not have a license, so at this moment in time, I'm going to order him not to drive. If this is your car, I would be very careful because if he goes out there and has an accident, God forbid, does damage or hurts someone else, that will be on you. They will come after you. All the hard work that you've done in life could be down the tubes. If you were to really hurt someone, they're not going to come after him. They're going to go after the deep pockets, and that is you. If there's anything else that you want me to do, I'm willing to help you in any way. I gave him a lawyer today, and I will have the lawyer reach out to you. If there's anything that you need, all you have to do is ask me. If he starts acting up at your house and not following your orders, just come back and tell me, and I will straighten him out for you. You better be good for your mom. She works hard as it is. You start acting a fool in the free world, I will take the free world away from you in a heartbeat. Do you understand? You are not allowed to drive. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care what you're doing. No driving. Do you have insurance in your name? Does he have insurance, Mom? ¿Él tiene aseguranza, sí o no?
Yes. Yes.
Is there anything that you would like from me as far as your son? Has he been going to school or is he skipping school?
No, sí, está yendo a la escuela.
He's going to school.
No, se ha portado bien, nada más que pues, últimamente no sé qué le ha pasado.
He has been behaving well. I'm not sure what's happened lately.
Dime con quién andas, yo te digo quién eres. I don't know who he's hanging out with. Perhaps that's what it is. Perhaps it's just him himself. The only thing at this point, no more weed. Do you understand? You hold the keys to the jail cell. No alcohol. I'm going to test you for alcohol as well. You drink alcohol, likewise you will go to jail. They're going to call you to test. You have to go up there and test.
That's right.
Do you have any questions?
Él le toca la otra corte ¿Tengo que venir yo o tiene que venir? Él tiene que venir, ¿verdad?
For the next court date, do I have to come, or he also has to come, yes?
I will waive his appearance so he doesn't have to come as long as he remains in contact with the lawyer that I've given him. If the lawyer tells me that he's not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant. Do you have a phone number, ma'am? A cell phone?
Eight three two.
Oh, hold on a second. This is Celestino, right? Okay. 832.
368-4937.
4937.
4937? Okay.
4937?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you have a cell phone?
288-0553.
Did you hear that, John?
I've already gotten his number, Judge, but I did not get all the digits from Mom. I got 832 and not the next three digits.
368? Come on.
I already talked this morning a little bit, so I mean, I'll follow up later with him.
The reset we give you now will have the lawyer's phone number. If you have any questions, you can call him and he will tell you what's going on with the case. My only concern is that the streets are safe and that he's not using alcohol and drugs. If he cannot stop, there's only one place that he goes to.
Okay. Pero él ahorita hizo el examen de droga y le salió droga.
He did the drug test and it came out with drugs.
I sent him to go take a drug test and he tested positive for marijuana. I had a feeling that's the problem with 17-year-olds. Everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie. You cannot trust it. That's why I had him drug tested. It's unfortunate, and at some point they will grow up. But while they are teenagers, it's whose guess as to what happens. I'm shuddering the day my kids become teenagers. So if you have any issues, Mom, come back to me and I will help you however you need. Okay?
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. So you will now get a reset. Stay in contact with John. That's the lawyer up there. You must stay in contact with him. He's going to call you in about an hour now, and you need to speak to him. You understand? No more dope. Thank you. Who are you with?
THC. Is that your mom?
Is that Mom?
Yes, sir.
Come up, Mom.
Step over just a little bit. She said positive for THC.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming. Your son is charged with reckless driving. He's facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. I went and sent him for a drug test. You want to take any guesses of how it came out?
Yeah, it was positive. I heard.
Test positive again in 30 days. Guess where you're going to end up? Right. I've already had to put multiple people in jail for the same thing. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. I don't care if you're mad at me. It stops today.
Yes, sir.
You will be tested 31 days from today. And if you test positive, it tells me that you've continued to smoke and you will dry up in jail. You understand?
Yes, sir.
The other thing, ma'am, is whose car is he driving, yours or his?
His own.
Okay, I would be very careful because like I've already told him that the legislature has made it extremely easy for district attorneys across the state to seize cars from people who engage in this type of activity multiple times. You are on notice now. And I'm telling you, I've had people come here where their cars have been seized, a very nice $60,000 truck seized because they race and do donuts.
Mhm.
All right. Tell me, How old are you? Okay, what do you do for a living?
Plumbing.
That's right. Do you have an income?
Yes.
How much do you make?
A month, I would say around like 2,500.
Okay, you need a lawyer to represent you, and we're gonna reset your case to give you time to do that, sir. So we're gonna reset you 31 days. You must be back here, and I'm telling you, you will be drug tested. You understand? Okay, Mom, if he starts acting up with you, all you have to do is come back and tell me, and I will straighten him out for you.
My son is a very good kid. I have nothing, so he's,
Just you let me know if you have any problems, and we can help you out, okay?
okay.
All right, just go ahead, take a seat. Are you Cynthia Jimenez? Ms. Jimenez, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Please don't say anything. Okay.
On June 28th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a Target regarding a theft. The complaining witness advised that the defendant entered the store, but put merchandise in the shopping cart and went to the self-checkout, failed to pay for the merchandise, and proceeded to exit the store, passing all points of sale with the unpaid merchandise. The total value was $106.65.
Was she alone? Was she with anyone? By herself? Got it. Ms. Jimenez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go to any Target whatsoever. Do you understand, ma'am? If I find that you go to Target, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You have a lawyer. She will take care of the case for you. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games and ducking and dodging phone calls, likewise, I will issue a warrant. I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time and come into court, and she will tell you when you have to come back. Just stay in contact with her. Good things will happen there. For now, I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, we'll have you take your seat in the jury box. We'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. Okay, thank you.
Right this way.
but I love your jacket.
Thank you. Mr. Triplett, you were placed on probation for a gun case. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Since that, a motion to revoke has been filed alleging, among other things, you failed to report for February twice, September twice, and in March. Tested positive for marijuana. Let's see, when did it, June? At least 4 to 5 different times. Mr. Triplett, what do you do for a living? How much money do you make a month?
Like 700.
A week. Who do you live with?
I live with myself, my kids, and my baby mama.
Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, sir? You're facing a year in jail. You need a lawyer to represent you. And I'm telling you now, it's not going well. You need a lawyer to represent you.
I need to buy one.
Well, I'm willing to offer you one now. If you want to apply for one, I'll look at your application to see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. As it stands now, if I test you, what are you going to test positive for? Okay, you smoke after today. I'm telling you, it's not going to go well. Do you understand? I've already had to put someone in jail for the same very thing already, and I will triple to quadruple your bond if you test positive again. Do you understand? You're going to get tested again in 30 days. I don't care what your reason is. I don't care who you're with. You test positive for weed again, I'm going to quadruple your bond. Do you understand? So let's get him someone, and then we'll have them talk. Right. For now, Stephen's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria, and we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, sir. Good morning, Ms. Ford.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed for you, man.
I apologize. What's the last name, Your Honor?
P-O-U-R.
Okay. On March 2nd, 2025, the officer was dispatched to an accident on the 4500 block of Southwest Freeway, and the defendant was passed out in the passenger seat of a tow truck. The officer noticed that her eyes were low, her speech was slurred, and her breath smelled like alcohol. She had also urinated on herself. The defendant stated she had one drink and was coming from a club, and the defendant showed lethargic behavior, and the defendant confirmed that she was the driver and that no one was with her. Standard field sobriety tests were administered, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant consented to breath, and the results were 0.128.
What was she doing? All I know is that she's sitting in a passenger seat of a tow truck. How did she get there? What happened? Was there an accident? Who is writing these reports nowadays? I mean,
yes, Judge. And the statement made statement stating that she confirmed that this was her vehicle and she drove it to the crime scene. The defendant confirmed that she was with only her and no one else was with her. The defendant confirmed that she was on her way home from a club where she consumed alcohol. And the defendant's vehicle was found stalled on the shoulder of a busy freeway. And the officer wrote that led the affiant to believe that that there was no one else that fled from the scene. And the officer wrote from the affiant's training experience that he believed that the defendant was the driver of the vehicle based on the statements made to him and finding the vehicle.
did anyone see her drive? Did the tow truck driver see her drive? How long did she drive? When did she drive?
We don't have that information.
So it says that there was, Deputy DuPont was dispatched to a one-car minor accident and the vehicle was leaning on its side and stuck in a muddy ditch. The defendant was passed out in the driver's seat with the key inside the ignition and the engine running. That deputy woke up the defendant.
So someone sees her in the ditch.
Wait, is that?
That's
Oh,
a
sorry,
different
that was
case,
the
right?
wrong case, Judge.
In this
Sorry,
case,
sorry.
she was passed out in the passenger seat of the tow truck, and there's no other information in regard to her driving besides the statement she made. So there's no one that observed it, Your Honor. And we understand.
Let's do this. I'm gonna appoint your lawyer today so we can have someone take a look at the case for you. Okay? Ramona, do you mind appointing someone for Ms. Moore, please? Just do me a favor. Just take a seat for me in the jury box, will you, please? Okay, so it's a DWI Class B. Mr. Pons, please.
Yes, Judge. On March 2nd, 2025, the officer was dispatched to an accident call on the 4500 block of Southwest Freeway. The defendant was passed out in the passenger seat of a tow truck, and the officer noticed that her eyes were low, her speech was slurred, her breath smelled like alcohol, and she had urinated on herself. The defendant stated she had one drink and was coming from a club. The defendant showed lethargic behavior, and the defendant confirmed that she was the driver and that no one was with her. Standard field sobriety tests were administered, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant consented to breath, and the results were 0.128 and 0.118.
We have her in the passenger seat of a tow truck.
Right, so her statement alone isn't sufficient. That's all they have about her driving.
And Your Honor, in the complete OR, there's further statements that kind of clarify the time period that when this happened. The officer stated that at 7:20 a.m., that's when he was dispatched to the accident call, and he arrived at 7:21. And the defendant stated that she was on scene and she was coming from her residence from a bar called Good Mood that she had arrived at 3 a.m. And the defendant stated she had the one mixed drink only and left Good Mood Lounge at 5 a.m. when she proceeded to head home. And the officer found the vehicle on the right shoulder stalled with the front passenger tire blown out. So the the encounter with the defendant took place 2 hours according after when she left the bar.
But none of that same, well, go ahead.
I'm down to you. So do we have an officer that actually sees her in the car in the ditch?
No, Your Honor. The car just found in the ditch with the tire blown out. And the only thing the officers have to put her in the vehicle is her statement saying she drove and when she left the bar.
Well, that's it then. If that's the only thing they have, no PC.
Why?
Their statement alone can't be sufficient evidence. They need corroboration.
And the corroboration we have is that when the officers arrived, there was nobody else on the scene. It was a crowded freeway. There was nobody else who could.
That's the judge dropping a legal truth bomb. In Texas, someone's statement alone isn't enough for probable cause. There has to be independent evidence linking them to the crime. And this is where so many DWI cases fall apart. It's a fascinating tug of war, the state's version versus the Constitution's protections. But what do you think? Should her own admission be enough to justify the arrest?
Could have gone to the accident or left the accident because they were on a highway with traffic and there were no other people around.
One, I don't see that the officer said any of that. Two, that's still not gonna corroborate that she was driving.
Why are you saying that the statement, her statement in and of itself is insufficient?
That's a rule. I can give you a case if you want.
Yeah. Yeah. I do.
Okay, well, give
So,
me time.
Yeah, and I'm willing to, if you want, maybe like we can revisit on Monday,
Okay.
because I want to give you time. I want to,
Wait for her appearance? For Monday?
yeah, I'm going to put her under conditions though, but yeah.
Understood.
Okay. But I'd like to do a deeper dive on the PC and I want to know, is that in and of itself insufficient? And it'll give you more time as well.
I'll reach out to the
Let's
officer.
reach out Monday and we'll do more, I guess, a formal hearing. Ms. Poor, we will have an additional hearing on Monday to determine whether there's sufficient probable cause to go forward. So you need to stay in contact with Mr. Pons and he will tell you how we went forward on Monday. As it stands now, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs while you're on bond in this case. Alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm going to revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. Could you guys run her license, please? And any other prior DWIs?
Your Honor, no prior DWIs, and we're running her license right now.
You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. If you do not have car insurance, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? Okay,
Your Honor.
great. So for now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Ramona. We're going to set it for Monday. You don't have to be here. No. We're going to waive your appearance, but Mr. Pons will let you know how everything transpires on Monday. And then after you sign the reset, I'll have you meet with Felicia for your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go. Okay? Okay, Mr. Pons. Thanks.
Okay, thanks.
See you Monday.
So she needs to meet for bond conditions.
Yeah,
Okay.
she needs to sign the reset, but yeah. Mr. Crump, you are charged with unlawful restraint. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On March 1st, 2025, at approximately 2:27 p.m., the officer was dispatched to a disturbance call in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, who stated that her child's father caused the disturbance and got her kicked out of the motel. The complainant stated her and the defendant got into an altercation due to the defendant trying to take a child away that they have together, and the complainant not wanting to be together anymore. The complainant was attempting to leave the room when the defendant began sitting against the door, preventing her from leaving. The complainant stated she grabbed the defendant by his hair and started striking him with a closed fist because she was in fear for her safety due to a previous offense report from Harris County Sheriff's Office. The defendant called his brother, and the defendant's brother entered the room and started recording the incident, and the defendant was trying to leave with the child, and the complainant attempted to get him away from the defendant. The complainant was unsuccessful, and the child bumped his head on the door, and the complainant stated she knew the defendant by name, age, and sight. The officer was able to locate the defendant's driver's license and positively identified the defendant. Another call for service came from another location regarding an assault that occurred at the original location. Upon arrival, the officers met with the defendant, who stated he was assaulted by the complainant. The defendant stated they were having a conversation in the restroom of a hotel and that he was standing in the doorway when all of a sudden the complainant became belligerent and started cursing him, telling him to leave. The defendant stated he was punched in the face and suffered a busted lip, and the defendant stated his brother was called to mediate and be a witness. Then the complainant began cursing at the brother. The defendant stated the complainant grabbed the child by one arm and threw him on the bed like a rag doll.
Mr. Crump, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Did she ended up getting charged as well?
I do not see a charge for the complaint, Your Honor.
So just don't have any contact with this person. That's all I'm asking you to do. You know, sometimes when you have cancer in life, what do? You cut it out, because if you don't, it kills you. Some people in life can become a cancer to you as well. So that's it. I don't want you to have contact with this person. Do you understand? If I find that you do, I'm going to revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons as well, Mr. Crump.
¿Están claros? ¿O tengo que meterse en clave ahí?
You have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. I'll take a look at it. I'm gonna have you sign a receipt with Ramona. After that, I'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Do you understand? Okay, come on. So can you file no contact and no weapons?
Yes, Judge.
Tyler.
A couple quick things I forgot.
Okay.
On the two clients I approached on earlier, I didn't ask you to sign the blood discovery orders. I've had.
I'll put them in. I'll sign everything for you.
Okay, I don't need one to show.
What, is it the standard one, or is it?
Standard.
Okay.
Okay.
So some of the stuff that they've seen already.
We filed it. It's in your queue.
This is just a standard blood discovery.
Standard blood
Okay.
discovery.
Then I'll
order.
sign it.
You will sign them today?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Guys, can you put it in the queue for both clients?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Judge, one of those was mine, one was David Smith, so if you see my name.
I got it.
If you can sign the other one as well, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Judge, on Jamal Crump, you ordered him to have no contact with the complainant. They share a son together. Is there any way they could have a third party for visitation?
Well, of course. They can always use someone else, but I don't. Come up, Mr. Crump. I know that you're upset that they filed this case. But when I mean no contact, I absolutely mean it. They're going to call this person now to let them know of the bond conditions that have been filed. So if I get wind that you have contact with this person, then we're going to have issues. I get that you have a son and you should have, or a daughter, I don't know what it was, but you should have access, because every father should have access to their child. And I want you to have access to your child, but you got to do it the right way. You know, use someone who like James is saying, a third party. Don't take it upon yourself to try to do stuff, because it's going to go sideways real quick. Maybe if you have parental figures like your mom, your dad, someone that she probably likes, right? If she doesn't like your brother, that's probably not a good person to use to try to get contact with the child. So try to find someone, maybe he can also help you too. Maybe he can help facilitate as well, where she drops off the child at a McDonald's somewhere, and then you come and you get the child for a certain amount of time, and you drop the child back off at a McDonald's. But don't do stuff your own way. Are we good? Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah.